Oh, cool. I just noticed that this has the new iPhone has face tracking, which is interesting. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead,
It
mess
tracked
with it.
me?
All right. So Scott, you were the producer on War of Magic.
Hi.
And
Sorry.
yeah. Well, anyway, you haven't got to play Fallen Enchantress. You
No.
said in 6 months.
I have held off for 6 months just because I wanted to play the final product, and I'm absolutely thrilled at the work that Derek and Brad and the rest of the team have done. It almost brought a tear to my eye this morning when I was playing, and I haven't used the new system for putting enchantments on your cities.
Right.
Being able to have those slots and being able to double those up, and just everything, all the information that I needed was at my fingertips. There's a friggin' dragon right on my road, but I'll take care of him later.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Yeah. No, I'm really enjoying it. I'm really excited.
Yeah. The environment, like the game comes out on Tuesday, and I don't even think anyone's coming in on the weekend, as far as I know.
No.
I mean,
I was
it's
talking to
basically
Derek.
been put to bed.
You were playing XCOM yesterday all day, I think.
Shh.
I mean,
Shh. No. I was hard at work at the game because I'm dedicated. And
it's amazing bringing Derek in and we staffed up properly, and everything's feeling really good.
Yeah, we spent more on the sequel or whatever you want to call it than the original game.
Yeah. No, we went from. I feel like we went from indie team. We made the transition in smaller indie team to properly managed, fuller. I don't know.
Sure.
Big team.
Well, what are you? I see a lot of drawings behind you. Do you want to share any little things of what you're working on these days?
I'm getting to do a lot of art again, and I'm doing animation, and I don't know how much about future projects we want to talk about, but
I understand it's not for PC though.
it is not for PC. That's
Oh,
right.
you're a betrayer.
I'm sorry. We're flexing our muscles now that now that there are so many different options out there, and we have so many people on board. It's been a lot of fun to.
Of course, you have an Xbox Live Arcade
I do.
indie game.
Do you guys like multiplayer Christmas games?
Yes.
The link will be below in the journal, I'm sure.
No, it won't. That would require editing. What's the name of it?
L Squad 7.
L Squad 7. All
And
right.
we will not be moving on to Xbox Arcade anytime soon.
No. All right, Leo.
Hello there.
Whoa, what is that? That's like looks like code. You're supposed to give me a loot.
Yeah.
You're an art.
Expanding my boundaries.
So let me give you who Leo is. He is the guy who see this. Leo drew this.
Oh yeah, I remember doing that piece. Yes. And,
So anything you want to show our journal entry people?
journal entry people.
So all that cool artwork in Fallen Enchantress. This
Okay,
is
yes.
the
I
man.
suppose I have been. It's been requested that people actually see my face and know who I am, because apparently I'm kind of the mystery artist.
Yeah.
As I,
We're
as I
afraid
understand
someone's
it.
going to come steal you from
Right,
us.
right. And just to prove that I am in fact the person, let's see here. Let's bust out a thing. All right. And
So
see
you
if
do
this
it.
is, in
You
fact,
do
my
you
pen.
do all the work in Photoshop.
All the work in Photoshop from scratch. And let's see. Oh, this is actually my brush, and I am oh, see, that is the extent of, I mean,
Okay,
I
that's
guess
great.
can't actually
It's a little
prove to them
block.
that I am the guy who did this.
Now wait, what is that scene from?
This is Kurgan's glass. It is Kurgan's mirror.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's basically like a glassy portal thing going on, and it's one of the cutscenes for the.
Kurgan's glass is mentioned in the book.
Yeah.
Elemental Destiny's Embers.
Yeah, that's right.
At a bookstore
That's
near
right.
you. Actually, are there bookstores still near anyone?
I don't think so. Borders just closed in Ann Arbor.
No.
I know. So yes, it's been a hell of a journey. The art style for the game is just a whole lot of fun to paint. It really, really fell into my element there, and had just an absolute blast. And the world of Fallen Enchantress Elemental, it's just awesome, awesome, awesome.
All right. Have you
Yep.
got to play the final game?
No, I'm actually holding out like Scott. Yeah, I mean, I was in there making. Last thing I was working on real heavily was the cloth map, and so haven't gone back to the actual gameplay for quite some time now. And I said I can't wait.
All right. I'm in Skittles' office. Kathleen, our marketing manager. Now, is this bait and switch? I mean, we've had this one website for like the last 2 years, and then on release day you're gonna put up this totally different website.
Yep, that's right. For
Anything you
release,
wanna show?
well, we wanted to add a couple things. We've added all of these new pieces of art that Leo's done, our game artist. We've added some new sections into the game guide, a little bit more in the overview. This talks about the kingdoms and empires, so that's a little bit more interesting and gets a little bit more in depth. We added the printed hegemonon, which
Oh, can I see that? Is that on there?
yes. This is, and you can click on each of these now, and they kind of bring you to specific places on the website.
Is that the only place you can get to the hegemonon? Oh my
Yes.
gosh, that looks amazing!
So you can click
All right,
through
so
and
this is the
read.
first time I've seen this.
Yeah, and you can kind of read through it as a
How
book.
is this done?
or-
It's not. That's not a PDF.
It's JavaScript, I think. One of our developers found it, and it's a nice app. You can flip through it like pages, or easily readable on any tablet or phone.
Oh my
Zooms
god!
in.
Well, we have to totally push that. That's really awesome.
So yeah, we thought that was kind of nice because everybody liked the hegemonon, so we put it on the website. We've added.
But is
some
that
new-
the only link to it up there? Because we'll
Yep.
wanna.
Yeah, we can put it under. I would suggest either media or in the game guide.
Well,
Anything
whichever
like
you
that.
think is best.
All right. We've added some new screenshots on the media page.
Yeah, some of the screenshots that we had up there were pretty. Weren't representative.
Right, right. The
They're from
journals
our
page.
DOS days.
Brad put together this nice series of screenshots that goes in depth about the game, which is really nice. He kind of leads you through what each thing does.
I'm standing right here.
Yeah. Well. So that's kind of nice. We've added that. And there's some other surprises on the website that we won't share now, but you'll just have to go
Well-
through the website and look.
Well, very cool. You've done an awesome job.
Well, thank you.
It's been pretty calm around here. I mean, here we are the day before release. What are your feelings? How are you feeling about it? One day.
I'm feeling confident. The game's all ready to prep. The website's prepped. Screenshots, banners, everything. We're all prepped from a marketing standpoint.
Oh, outstanding. Great job.
We're excited for the game, and hope everybody else is.
All right, so now, everyone gets a bonus if we get 100 Metacritic score. 99 Metacritic score, or, no bonuses, but 100. I think that's a
Alright.
reasonable expectation.
Well, we'll have to just see what we can do then.
All right, see you later.
See ya.
Ooh, spooky. All right, Brian Clare. One day before the release of Fallen Enchantress. Any
Yeah.
thoughts?
Exciting, nervous, all wrapped into one. It's been a long time coming to get this game out.
Yeah. Now, before Startup, you ran Adrenaline Vault, avault.com.
That's true.
So, what's been like moving from the so-called dark side of the Force?
It's been enlightening. It's very different from being a journalist to being on the development/publishing side. Things are not the way you think in some areas, and they're exactly the way you think in others. So it's interesting. It's a lot more fun, I think, being on the development side.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that you made a huge difference, and it's subtle because I'm not deaf, but I'm really tone deaf when it comes to sound. Is just all the improved sound effects and stuff that you brought in. Even things like when I'm building stuff and I hear, you know what, that really does make the game a lot better.
Yeah, I think that one of the most overlooked aspects of a lot of games are the sound effects. So, I mean, to me, sound and music is a pretty big part of any game. So when I was playing Fallen Enchantress earlier this summer, before we had a lot of sound effects in, I would hear it in my head what was missing, especially in tactical battles. Like, why isn't that making noise? Why isn't that making noise? So I went to Derek, and I was lucky. He let me jump into the project and start doing sound effects.
Yeah. Now before this, you were the you're in charge of all publishing here at Stardock, so
Right.
you're director of publishing. So went right from Sins was. It's been a good year. This has been the year of Yarlin because you went right from Sins of Solar Empire Rebellion, which has been a big success, far bigger success than either us or Ironclad ever imagined it was going to be, and both critically and financially.
Yeah.
But and now you're Fallen Enchantress. They're such different games. I mean, how do you deal with that?
It was pretty challenging. I did do sound effects for Sin's Rebellion 2, which is how I kind of got into the Fallen Enchantress. sounds, and going from one that's super sci-fi to one that's completely fantasy, it actually was kind of challenging. Luckily, we were able to purchase a lot of sound libraries to use, and I was able to kind of manipulate and use my creativity to create the custom fantasy sounds we needed for magical spells, which were actually the easiest and most fun to do, even though they were the most work, because I had to put things together for them. Over stuff like creatures, which were somewhat difficult because you have to find something exactly that sounds like a wolf or a dog or a dragon or whatever.
Right.
And that's quite a bit more work to pull off.
So how are you feeling about the game with one day for release? I mean, obviously, this is not like normally on our games. It's like the last week is really stressful, and
Yes.
this thing is basically we put it to bed earlier last week. I mean, we were still making little tweaks and stuff, and I mean, but
nothing major. We weren't here till like 5 a.m.
Yeah,
I
I know. Isn't it
good.
been weird this experience? Like, 9 to 5, 40-hour work weeks, no weekends by the team. I mean, just kind of like, just doing. I wish I could do a Stewie voice, but just doing the work.
Just doing the work, man. I feel good actually. I feel real good. This project, Fallen Enchantress, has really come together nicely, and not having that sense of impending doom or stress or whatever that something was going to go wrong at the last second has really been a nice change of pace and fresh air. And I feel very good about Fallen Enchantress, and I hope that when it comes out tomorrow, the gamers who are in the beta and new customers who are going to buy it and see it for the first time are really going to enjoy it, because I think it's a very solid turn-based strategy game.
Yeah, cool. All right, well, I'm going to head out. So good to see you, Brian.
You
Talk
too.
to you soon.
Excellent.
Okay, so here we are in one of the QA areas, and you've been working on Fallen Enchantress for how long?
A good couple of months now.
You came from where before?
I was at Codemasters in the UK before this.
How'd you end up in the United States?
I was born here, and
Clearly, I could
dual
tell.
citizenship. So, I just decided that I wanted to come to the UK, come from the UK to the US and change the scene. And so it's really worked out well, and I'm enjoying myself.
At Codemasters, what was the last thing you worked on there?
Yes. Last thing I worked on was a series of rally games called Colin McRae Rally, which is now known as Dirt over here. So
As what?
Dirt.
DIRT?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's Xbox, PlayStation game. Might be on PC as well. But they did a lot of racing games, sports games, things like that. So this is a big difference.
Yeah, a 4X strategy game in a fantasy world.
Right.
Racing game. It's all the same.
Yeah. Well, they've both got bugs, which is the main thing to kind of track down.
So what is the general process you use, like when you find a bug?
Well, we have a bug database called FogBugs, which we use to track bugs. So
Is that up on the screen anywhere?
yeah, I'm showing it here. So this is a bug that I just found. I mean, really, at the stage we're at in the game, all the main crashes have gone. So it's really just minor cosmetic stuff we're looking at. So, for instance, these guys came into the town but couldn't get the goodies out of the town. So
Is this in the campaign?
this is in the campaign, and I don't even think goodies are supposed to spawn in the town itself. So there's kind of two bugs there. But again, it's a minor thing, and we're really at the polish stage. So this is what we use. It's fog bugs. It has a series of filters.
What do you use to take the screenshot?
I just use Jing actually to take the screenshot.
Made by TechSmith, another Michigan company.
So this is a list of all the kind of active projects that are still in FogBugs. So
Oh, your game looks pretty buggy to me. You guys are shipping with all
well,
this?
we need to talk to Derek actually about getting some of these closed out.
Oh, right, because they fix them, but they don't list them.
Well, I'm not actually sure. That, I mean, they're just listed as active, so probably they're going to be in the 1.1 patch.
Right.
But they're listed by priority, so you can get a good overview of
So they're all pretty low priority
Yeah,
at this
there's
point.
a couple of class 2s, but there's no class 1s. And again, people assign them different priorities when probably some of them should be a bit lower. So that's really what we use to keep track of the bugs. And then it's a case of when they get fixed, double checking that they've been fixed
Right.
against the database and closing them out.
Well, has the formatting the hard drive upon first playing bug been fixed?
Good question.
I guess we'll
didn't
find
know
out,
about
yeah.
that one, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, as long as you don't have an ATI or NVIDIA card in your computer, it should work fine. But otherwise,
Wait, what does that-
all your sectors in your hard drive will be corrupted.
Now, come on, you're messing with me. How about this?
What's that?
You're messing with me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to say. Give me
No,
a
this
heart,
will
give me
be-
a heart attack later.
Yeah, in one of our next lawsuits, this will all come up in discovery.
Right.
As you can see, they shipped a game that they knew was going to corrupt the title. Da da da.
So yeah, it's in good shape right now. I'm just going through the campaign in a tactical battle now, which is one of many throughout the campaign.
Very cool. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
All right, thanks, Brad.
let me go and talk to Vates here, Lord Vates from our guild.
Hey.
Hey, so you're doing you're on QA as well on this.
Correct.
Anything interesting that you've seen today?
Do you mean bug-wise or in the game?
Either way.
Just some interesting stuff in the tutorial. The way the tutorial ended, talking about need to be fixed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But nothing game breaking.
Well,
Just
good.
little polish points. Last week, spent like the whole week going over the campaign, the scenario over and over again with Ray.
Right. Yeah, the campaign scenario or whatever it's called, those are always that's been a real challenge because it is so different from the sandbox.
Yeah, it's completely different, but it was a fantastic story. Well worth playing.
Yeah, it's I have to say I was skeptical of hiring a fantasy writer to write the story, but holy cow, it really did pay off. That it's like, oh, I understand now, and I know that Dave's been wanting to turn it into an actual Kindle type book.
Yeah, I mean it ties together very nicely. It's very cohesive.
Cool.
Lots of cool things, little side hidden things too
Yeah.
to look for.
Cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna go find Ray and torment him with my iPhone.
Okay.
I'll see you later.
Yeah, I like to always keep it near and dear to my heart,
Yeah, we love Leo. There's Leo and so Ray, you worked on the campaign with John Schaefer.
Yeah, I assisted John with the scenarios for Fallen Enchantress.
Very cool. What was your favorite part of it?
Well, favorite part was just working with John and figuring out how we were going to do things. The development cycle for that was really cool. And then there's a lot of cool parts of the campaign that I'm excited for people to test out, but I don't want to talk about it. Spoilers.
Right. Well, what was what was the hardest part, or the part that was if you're a gamer and you're not familiar with game development, what would you say would be the thing that's people don't realize the most on when they're playing a campaign, when you're in terms of making it or making a scenario?
In terms of making it, surprisingly, what's kind of what is like the double-edged sword of super fun but can be frustrating is actually making the quests. Getting them to work.
Yes.
Because in your mind you're like, this quest would be such a good idea, and then you go to put it on paper, and it's like, okay, this may work, and then you put it in the game, and it's like, it didn't work out exactly how you wanted, so you got to tweak it and go back, and the reiteration of that takes some time, but that definitely was one of the biggest challenges for sure.
Yeah, I think between you, me, John, and Derek, we made pretty much all the quests.
Yeah.
And it's one of those, even a simple one, you go, oh crap, I didn't think about that. It's like programming without the compiler.
Yeah, basically, yep. And you got to go back and test it and make sure the items work and make sure they're not sellable by the vendor. You know what I mean? You got to check out all the little things, those kind of things like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, you put it in there. All right, I put this new item, the Sword of Truth in the game.
Exactly.
And all of a sudden, you go and play it later, like, oh, I forgot to mark that flag. Now it's in the store for 80 Gildar.
Exactly, yeah. Now it can be sold, so obviously that can cause some problems. So, yeah. Yep.
Very cool. All right, well, anything you want to say about the game?
I'm excited for people to see it because it's in really good shape right now. So I want to see what players think.
Yeah, me too. Well, only one more day and then it's out.
Yep, yeah, one more day. Yep, one more.
All right, I'm going to turn to Toby, the voice.
Hey.
So, all right, it's tomorrow. You and I were talking about our playing XCOM a lot this weekend. Or actually, you didn't play X? I played XCOM this weekend. You played Fallen Enchantress.
Yes.
So, explain how you can do that after all these months.
I worked on a lot of the design stuff with Derek, so sometimes it can be very difficult to actually play the game for fun because, you know, the when you know all of the systems, you know all the numbers, it takes a lot of the magic out of the game. But I haven't played as all the factions all the time, so I just see how we design them and I fiddled around with them a little bit. But whenever I actually get to try a whole new faction that, you know, I may not have designed every bit of, or, you know, most of it comes from Derek usually, you know, I add little bits here and there, and it really gets to let me play the game in a different way, so I get to feel like, you know, an actual game player, you know, as opposed to running all the numbers myself and, you know, knowing exactly what the best combinations are, so.
Right. Well, what's your favorite faction?
My favorite faction is probably Paradin. Really like new Persephone and her putting outposts with magic.
You know, people on the forum say Persephone is lame.
See, I don't understand. I see a lot of posts on the forums about people saying that's actually around the office. A lot of people's favorite champion or sovereign is Tarth and Lady Irene, and I mean, it's neat not getting attacked by the monsters, but I like to kill the monsters. Yeah. Other than that, I think her abilities are cool, but I don't think that they're.
I think if you're a beginner, Tarth is nice because you don't get. But once you realize that, well, don't march your pioneer next to a ogre. I don't think it's that hard to avoid getting attacked by the monsters.
Yeah, and I played a lot of Civs, so I'm used to avoiding lions,
the barbarians
anyway.
Yeah.
So I play very defensively in the first place, and I really like the magic, the buying the tombs for your champions. I think is really cool for Paradin.
What?
You can buy the books in the stores. You know,
right, the tomes, yeah.
Spell unlocks, so that was really cool. I really like them, and then the free enchantments with the crown. They're pretty much my favorite. But I also really liked. I was playing Magnar this weekend. And
the slaves.
are so
oh my
cool.
gosh!
So
some people have said they're overpowered, but on the other hand, they're such fodder.
Yeah, I mean they get just disintegrated, but there's something really awesome and evil about playing Magnar and using the slaves as your currents, like just burning them to a crisp and throwing them out to get killed easily. But you know, it's really fun.
It lets you actually play as an evil, evil guy without, you know, most of the time you play as I'm playing as evil, like, you know, and well, how are they evil? Like we're in the you know, Knights of the Old Republic guild, and I'm sorry, the Old Republic, and it's like, well, yeah, we're Sith. Well, how are we evil again? And it's like we have to be told that we're supposed to be evil, but there's no question that Magnar is evil.
Yeah. Sacrificing your slaves for no good reason, just because I need
mana.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just throw some slaves into the pit of mana.
Yeah.
And so that's always fun.
But I like the fact that when you play as Magnar and you win a battle, that the defeated end up your slaves.
Yes, that's always cool too. I actually sometimes will leave the bandits around my city alive. Like I won't actually kill the layers, because if you leave them there, every now and then they spit out more.
You farm
bandits.
them.
And I just farm.
You farm them for slaves.
For slaves, yeah. Which, you know, it adds a fun little flavor thing of, yeah, I'll let you guys hang out, and every now and then I'm gonna come by and call you and bring you into my populace. And,
yeah, like Stargate Atlantis.
Yeah, exactly, like the Wraith, and then eventually I get tired of it and I just kill them. But,
right.
Yeah,
well, especially early on, because it helps build up your cities faster.
Yep. Helps you build faster, helps you gain levels. It's nice. So.
All right. Well, very cool. All right, we're gonna go hassle the people downstairs.
All right, you guys have fun.
All right.